Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be where you're listening from. Today, I think this will be quite an interesting soundbite for you. Well, kind of hope so yesterday. Sorry, got a bit of frog in my throat at the moment. Let me start by paraphrasing a video John Kotter did 14 years ago in which he talked about resistance or resistors. Basically, what he said was you will always find around you some people who basically always say no, no, no. These are the guys, people, should I say, okay, that resist to the death. And we tend to try and pull them into, co-opt them into the process to work away and change their minds. Yeah. My tip, that's Cotter's tip, not mine, by the way, is to get them out of the way. Get rid of them. Yeah, no matter who they are in terms of power or relationships. Because if you let them inside the tent, yeah, they will do so much damage that the change will be totally undermined. Interesting perspective, Mr. Kotter. Let me give you mine, if that's okay. Okay, for over a decade, all right, the discourse surrounding resistance has evolved, okay, prompting a critical reassessment of strategies advocated in the past. Cotter's proposition, articulated, as I said, over 14 years ago, suggests ignoring hardline resistance. However, over those past 14 years, the field of change management, as we knew it then, basically has witnessed a paradigm shift, characterized by a growing recognition of the multifaceted nature of resistance. So, contemporary perspectives basically on resistance underscore its inevitability and, crucially, its potential as a catalyst for positive transformation, rather than viewing resistance as an obstacle to be circumvented, if you like. The more savvy change managers, are you one? Recognize them as valuable stakeholders whose concerns merit attention and engagement. Central to this revised approach is the recognition that resistors are not, absolutely not, obstinate adversaries, but individuals grappling with the implications of changes to their roles, their organisational identities, and potential livelihoods. By engaging with them empathetically and proactively, change managers can actually foster a sense of trust, and collaboration. Excuse me 1 minute, just going to have a drink. Also, rather than seeking to convert resistors into supporters by inviting resistors to get involved, my favourite word, by the way, involved, in the change process, and acknowledging their expertise and insights, organisations can actually harness their potential as advocates for change. The latest research in the field of psychology and organisation behaviour actually underscores the transformative power of participation and involvement. There goes that word again. So when individuals feel undervalued, feel valued and respected and included in the decision-making processes, they are more likely to embrace change wholeheartedly, not out of compliance, but one of genuine commitment and ownership. Also, the traditional dichotomy between resistors and supporters fails to capture the dynamic nature of attitudes and behaviours in the context of change. Individuals who initially express scepticism or opposition may evolve into staunch, real hardline supporters over time as they witness the benefits of the change starting to occur firsthand, to become personally invested in its success. In light of these insights that I've just gone through, the notion of getting resistors out of the way appears increasingly short-sighted, and counterproductive. Instead, a more inclusive and nuanced approach is actually warranted. One that embraces diversity of thought and perspective as a source of strength rather than a liability. I need another drink, sorry, my early morning coffee. Well, Kotter's advice, going back to Kotter, it is to ignore hardline resistors, may have held well over a decade ago. The intervening years have actually witnessed a profound evolution. I got teeth in evolution in our understanding of resistance and the role in the change process, rather than viewing resistance as a barrier to overcome. We must embrace it, okay, as an opportunity for dialogue, learning, and also growth. In doing so, they can forge, getting a bit confused here, they can forge a path towards the future that is not only different, but miles and miles better for all those who inhabit it. I would love to hear your views on this soundbite because I think it's an important one. Once again, thank you for listening, and I'm trying to work out what to do for the next Sunday soundbite.